And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. The Atlanta Braves and the San Diego Padres. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. About to get started here. And today's starter, Michael King. What do we need to know here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Okay, all set to go. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Jurickson Profar. And that's in for a strike. And we're underway. And it's 1-1.
Well, second pitch of this game and already getting squeezed a little bit.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Handles, throws to first. One out in the top of the first. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Austin Riley in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
One out, bases empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Matt Olson up to the plate. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. Merrill puts it away, and that is that. Braves are set down 1-2-3. And now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And starting this one, Chris Sale.
Big time arm power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to sync things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
Luis Arias, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike one. Sale, a former Gold Glove winner. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit-by pitch to lead off the inning. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Ball one on a pitch inside.
With Tatis at the plate, we're looking at a player that is never going to be considered boring. He's an electric player that manages to make plays most players wouldn't consider trying. And he plays the game his own way. It's a big reason why he's considered such a fan favorite.
Next pitch in for a strike, and the count even 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
One ball.
Arias on at first. Nobody out. And a slider misses down and away.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
That missed by a lot. And the count's full. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
So up next, Jackson Merrill. First pitch doesn't find the zone. No outs, runners at first and second. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
In the dirt, but kept close. No advance. Good job behind the dish. First and second here, no outs. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Sale ready. And a swing and a miss. And that is a big first out.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, blowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Here's Manny Machado now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Hard ground ball for a base stop. Headed for the plate. Here's the throw. Tag, not in time. He's safe. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Two on, one out. Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. Late on that fastball.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in. You got to try to get another one or maybe two.
Runners are at the corners, one away. Strike two.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play. It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Outside low, and the count is 1-2.
Nope, that's inside.
On the ground, 2-ball. Off balance feed, there's one. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it.
Well, he never had a chance at the double play there. Took a risk going to second, but he got rid of it perfectly to get it there in time, and he keeps that runner out of scoring position.
Here's Bogarts now. Swing and a foul out of play. Sale delivers. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. So digging in now for San Diego, Connor Joe. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Just off the inside edge.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Breaking ball misses down and away. Gavin Sheets in the San Diego on deck circle. Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. That one hit the knees for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We'll move to the second now at Petco Park. It's the Padres 2 and the Braves nothing. Top of the second, so here's the Braves designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. King back to work. And that misses. And it's 1-0. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris. And it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup. And I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Here's the pitch to Ozuna. Fouled off down the right side.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Now, Boog, I'll tell you firsthand, retired players, we miss a lot of things about playing the game in our playing days, but getting drilled by a pitch like that usually isn't something we talk about.
Now the batter now, Michael Harris II. Fought off foul. Harris measures 6 feet even, 24 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. And that one is out of here. And it ties it up. It's 2-2.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for, crushes it, and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Inside. And that is ball one.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And that is out of play. The 1-1 is fouled off. A changeup missing, and it's 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Right side, hard hit. Arise takes it himself. 1 out in the second. Drake Baldwin getting ready to hit. And that one's a little bit low. And that's ball 1. Tied up here in the early going. And that's off the inside edge. Now 2-0. Eric Summersgill with home plate duty in this one. Kind of known for being generous with the corners, Chris.
You know, I think that used to be a lot bigger deal in past eras where pitchers were working more in and out with their pitches. But, yeah, we'll see if those corners come into play in this one. Hey, no pitcher's going to argue at all.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's Orlando Arcia. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Baldwin stands at first with 1 out. Next pitch is downstairs. The shortstop takes the ball. Next pitch is outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, 1 out. Now in for the Braves, Jared Kellner. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And that one fouled off. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Next offering is in for a strike.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. Save. It's 4-2.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
One out. Runner at second. Now batting Jurickson Profar. He's 0 for 1. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 1. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Popped up. Machado. 2 down. Here comes Austin Riley. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Late on that fastball.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
That one fouled off. Foul ball, still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And down on strikes. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Braves 4 and the Padres 2. Bottom half of inning number 2, and now Gavin Sheets. First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Here's Elias Diaz. There's a strike. And Sale deals.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now back, first baseman, Luis.
Luis Ariz stands in. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. That clips the corner.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
That misses the zone, and 1-1. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss. 2 down, nobody on. And he grounds one to the right side. Sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Padres go down quietly. They trail it here 4-2. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Matt Olson down.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
1-0.
Well, he's back out here for the third, and after the first couple of innings, pretty rough. I think the skipper's looking for him to give him a little bit of length, see if he can save the bullpen some.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. We've all seen the defensive shift make a big difference in defending against pull hitters, but it's not foolproof. He pulled it as expected, but he found a hole that time.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. Tap foul at the plate. Out in front, rip foul.
These hitters like this that have so much power, look forward to seeing them hit the ball a long way. But if you're in the stands, or you're in a broadcast booth, or you're a writer, better keep your eye on the game.
And ball one. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Olsen aboard here at first with nobody out. That one misses, and the count's even at 2. That's inside.
2 strikes.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, we've seen this recipe cook up a big inning plenty of times. 2 runners on, nobody out, and they're in the heart of their order. It's just a great opportunity to put up a crooked number.
Paris batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Alec Jacob up and loosening in the pen. First and second, no outs. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Missed with a changeup. Now 1-2. And there's the ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And there's one away. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Joe has a beat on it and puts the squeeze on that one. Out number 2.
Up next for Atlanta, the catcher,
At the plate, Drake Baldwin. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. That catches the outside corner. Strike 1.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, a few things can go wrong when you are delivering a pitch. That grip, slip out of your hand, release point, wind up, all of those things. And I think it's safe to say at least one of those, if not more than one, got away from him.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Alec Jacob.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So they're all loaded up. Orlando Arcia digs in now. He reached out a walk his first time. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Oh, man, that's a tough one to swallow. Had the distance, just couldn't keep it fair. Imagine how great that feels, running around the bases when you've just hit a granny. He's got to dig back in, figure out a way. Maybe he can do it again.
2 outs. Base hit, 1 run is in. Now a long throw home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Braves 5 and the Padres 2. Back here in San Diego, set for the bottom of the 3rd. Stepping in for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. That's in there. That's strike 1. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. Short hop liner, handled it short, and they get the out.
Now back, center fielder, next man, Merrill.
Jackson Merrill will hit next. His first at bat was a strikeout. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. That one catches the corner.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
The 1-1. That one pushed to the left and foul. And that's too high. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And now it's Manny Machado. RBI single his last time up. Ripped on the ground to second. Slings to first. Machado is out. Padres go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing. On to the 4th. Here's Jared Kelenic.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Just misses with that one.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Pitch in the dirt. It's 2-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So the lineup flips over. Here's Profar now. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out.
Up next for Atlanta, the third baseman,
Austin Riley at the plate. 0 for 2 in this one.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
Knee high, that's in for a strike. helmet. Over at second, one down. Next pitch misses way outside. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
Oh, that's low.
Squirts away a little bit. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Nice job right there, recognizing the wild pitch and being able to move up to third because of it. Now they've got more options in terms of finding a way to bring him home. He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Stepping in the long ball threat, Matt Olson. 1 for 2. And a swing and a miss there.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
That misses. Ball 1.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. The throw to second, and that's 2. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Braves 5 and the Padres 2. Back here at Petco Park, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Jake Cronenworth. Up and in, and that's ball 1. Cronenworth, a 7th round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. And in fact, the Rays used him that way. The lefty fires. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS game 4 here in 22. When the Padres knocked off LA, and then game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. And it remains 2-2. And misses. It's a strikeout.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off. Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
1 down, base is empty. Bogart swings through that one.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Outside low, and that's ball 3.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, bases empty. Now the left fielder, Connor Joe. That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1. 2 outs, bases empty, and it's fouled away. On the ground to first. Olsen steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, and the deficit remains 5-2. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Ozuna, in his 12th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and though usually in left field, today he's the designated hitter. He swings and fouls one off.
Some guys don't like not being able to play defense because it helps them to stay in the rhythm. So for him to be the DH, we'll see if he gets a routine together.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
That's a ball.
And that one missing low. And misses inside. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll touch them all. And they add on. It's 6-2.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Michael Harris II. Next up for the Braves. And that one is in the dirt. And that's ball 1.
But you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
I got a ball, 1 strike. Outside, that's a ball.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Off the mark there, and a full count now.
Ooh, I thought he'd bite right there.
Gets a piece and stays alive. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Now back, second baseman.
Man at first. Next to hit, Ozzie Albies. This one high in the air to left center. Merrill sizes this one up. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now back, catcher, Baldwin.
Drake Baldwin. Next up for the Braves. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And now 2 aboard. Not in time. He's safe. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Orlando Arcia. A walk, and he's also single. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Foul ball there. Harris at third. Baldwin at first. 1 gone. Runner goes again. And a foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him swinging.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
And next for Atlanta, Jared Kelenic. Just missed. That's too low. 2-0. Line drive, and this might be trouble. 1 run is in, and he boots it. Coming home.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And the Padres manager making his way towards the mound as he will make the move. Alec Jacob won't go any further, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Ron Marinaccio.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
So the batting order turns over. Now the leadoff spot for the Braves, Jurickson Profar.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call.
And that one fouled off. Man at second. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. 1 was the solo homer. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Braves 8 and the Padres 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. So here's the Padres DH, Gavin Sheets.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after him.
Here's a drive out to right center. Way back there. Look out. Gone. A solo shot. It's 8-3.
Got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hip just popped. Hands came through, nice little wag to it. Carried out nicely.
Elias Diaz, the next up for the Padres. In the dirt, and it's 1-0. The Braves leading by 5. Last half of inning number 5. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
The first baseman, number 4, Luis.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Up now, the Padre leadoff man, Luis Arias. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out. And that one a little below the knees. Ball 1. Diaz gets his lead at first with nobody out. That one off the mark. 2 balls, no strikes. And another ball.
With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom.
Yeah, and beyond that, all the other men in those clubhouses that sort of take you under their wing as a son or a nephew and show you some of the tricks of the trade. It's just invaluable, that type of experience.
So 2 strikes on Tatis. Ball. That's down and in. A slider missed. That one outside.
That one out.
And the count is even, 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Merrill stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That's in there, and the count is 0-2.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
And downstairs. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 8.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Machado, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Bullpen action out there for the Braves. Dylan Dodd getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. And there's a foul ball. 2 aboard, 2 outs. That misses the zone. 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's down and in.
Ball 3.
High in the air, out to right. Kelnick snags it, and that is that. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's now 8-3. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Top six. And now Austin Riley. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Good looking fastball right there. Surprised he didn't take a rip at that. I think he got locked up a little bit.
Pitch misses there. Now 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Here's Matt Olson. 1 for 3.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1's the count.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. There's the strike. 95 of that one. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick.
Oh, now this is drilled to center. Way back there. On its way and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 9-3.
Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
So 2 away with nobody on. And now Michael Harris II. He's already homered here in this one. Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. One more for Atlanta on the homer. It's now a 9-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. Well, we go bottom 6. So digging in now for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That does it for Chris Sale as the lefty makes way. And not a great performance, but he leaves with a big lead. New arm when we get back. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Dylan Dodd.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
It's Xander Bogaerts now. On the ground to third. Slides, but he can't come up with it.
The left fielder, number 24,
And here is Connor Joe. Fastball gets the inside corner at the knees. Cronenworth, the lead runner at second. Bogarts at first with no outs. And that's in the dirt. Inside and it hit him.
Well, they found ways to get on base in a variety of ways in this one. Hits, walks, and now a hit by pitch.
Gavin Sheets, the next to hit. He's already homered in this game.
6-run lead doesn't feel all that big right now based on the situation.
That clips the corner.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
And the 0-2. Slow ground ball to the right side. Fired to second. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Next, it's the catcher for the Padres, Elias Diaz. In there, and it's 0-1. Two outs and a runner at third here in the bottom of the sixth. High fly ball out towards left field. That's back there on its way. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. He circles the bases. It's 9-6.
This crowd back alive. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Stepping in for San Diego, Luis Arias. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. The 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. That one drifts inside. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That one missed.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And down on strikes he goes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. But not before they're able to draw closer. Baseball is on the show. Back here in San Diego, we go to the top of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Marinaccio back to work.
That's a ball.
And ball 1. On the corner for a strike. This one in the air, right field. Tatis in position. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting,
Drake Baldwin. Next up for the Braves. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Just
Inside,
missed.
ball 1.
Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Next offering is down low.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Orlando Arcia. In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper. Next offering is fouled back.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping him in striking distance.
2 down, nobody on. Good job to fight that one off. Got it. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Braves go down quickly here. They won't add to their 9-6 lead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. That's a little bit low.
Ball 1, no strikes.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
And that one just missed off the outside edge. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that one finds its way through. And a good start to the inning. Jackson Merrill, the next up for the Padres. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
And there's a strike. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Got him. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Manny Machado up to the plate. On the outside corner, and that is strike 1. Step off, throw to first. Tatis dives back in. Tatis over at first with 1 away.
Ball, that's inside.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Tatis runs. Pitch misses inside. Safe at second with a stolen base. Next offering is fouled back. 1 out and a runner at second.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Just misses. And now it's 3-2. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
This guy will throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Dylan Dodd gives way. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Pierce Johnson into the game.
Number 38. Pierce Johnson.
Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. In there, got him looking, and that one split the plate. 1 left for San Diego, so the deficit remains 9-6. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Yuki Matsui.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So digging in, Jared Kellner. 3 for 3's doubled twice and singled. Matsui in his 2nd season, 29 years old, and he was born in Japan. The 0-1 out towards right center field. Tatis sizing this one up, hauls it in for the out, and there's 1 down.
The left fielder, number 7,
Jurickson Profar next up for the Braves. A switch hitter batting right. Here's a high chopper and foul ball. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is in the dirt. Movement in the bullpen. Adrian Morejon, the southpaw, is throwing and getting that sinker dialed in. Peralta also getting ready. Next offering is downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's in for a strike. That misses, and the count is filled up.
It's been a rough one for him so far at the plate, but that'll help. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And the batter now, Austin Riley,
that's
just missed. And another ball.
Outside.
And that's outside. And that's ball 3. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
3-2.
Ground ball could be 2. On to Cronenworth. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. Braves 9 and the Padres 6. Back here at Petco Park. And here comes Xander Bogaerts. Pitch misses. Ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball. Just missed. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
And the batter now, Connor Joe.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Ball 1.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Well, that's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's what it was. If you swing at it, he had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a miss, and it's 2-1.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Ball 3.
Next offering is down low.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss.
3-2.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Bogaerts on at first, nobody out. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. outside, and that is ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Gavin Sheets, the next up for the Padres. There's the strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Grounds one to short, and he can't come up with it. Safe at first without a throw. Let's see how they rule this one.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Diaz in the box now. Takes strike 1.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
That one the other way, down the line, and it's foul. So they're all loaded up. Line drive, caught. Dives for the bag, got him. Double play.
Now back, first baseman, Louis.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Pierce Johnson out of the game, and he's on the hook for the runners at second and third. So looking for some help there. Back in a minute. New pitcher for the Braves, Aaron Bummer.
All they need from him right here is 1 out, but that's easier said than done for sure. Lots of pressure with 2 runners in scoring position. He does have the 1 open base to work with if needed.
And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias, known for his late inning heroics. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
On the corner for a strike. 0-1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Second and third, 2 down. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Fires to first, and that is that. The Braves pen comes through in fine fashion. 9th inning coming up. Braves 9 and the Padres 6.
Now pitching.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Adrian Morejon.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Olsen stands in now and watches strike 1. Now 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. And that one is lifted in the air. Merrill on the move. And there's one down. Now it's the DH, Marcell Ozuna. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
And that misses. And that's ball one. That one missing inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Inside just missed. In the air, left field. Joe getting an angle on it. Corrals it. And there's two away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II, and he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A two-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
And that's downstairs and outside. Two down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Fastball right back to the mound. Over to first, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. Braves 9 and the Padres 6. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Raisel Iglesias. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. That one close, rule the ball. And that is ball one. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Singy, that's a start.
Yeah, as soon as that ball got through, I could see down in the dugout, guys pumping their fists. They know that they got a chance in this ball game.
Jackson Merrill getting ready to hit. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. The changeup missing, and that's ball one. There's the strike.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
The 1-1 is fouled off. On a line out towards center. Harris makes the catch. Now there's one away.
Third baseman, number 13, Manny.
Here comes Manny Machado. First
Ball, that's
pitch
too high.
just misses. Hit in the air, right field. Kelnick pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 away now.
The batter, number 9, second baseman.
So they're down to their final out. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Tatis off of first with 2 away. Popped up. Riley. He's got it. Ball game. And the Braves slug their way to a win in this one.
Certainly can't complain about a lack of action in this one. A high-scoring game. Purists might not love it, but pretty impressive showing at the plate from both sides.
9-6 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.